I've been talking about fear of riding your horse. And I know that it isn't just fear that keeps one from enjoying activities that they once loved. I just don't know what else to call it. Reluctance to ride your horse, a hesitation to ride your horse. I realize that in a lot of instances, it's not so much fear, it's not so much anxiety. That might be a little part of it, or maybe it isn't even any of it. Maybe it has more to do with the arthritis in your hands or the back pain that when you're on a horse is aggravated. Or perhaps it's your shoulder or your elbow or your, the list goes on and on and on. And I get it. I haven't ridden myself in quite some time. And the last time I rode, honestly, I just didn't like getting jostled around so much. You know, when you're young, everything's tight, everything's firm, and it just, between back pain and getting bounced around on my insides, is what made it not that much fun. Now, if I owned a horse, believe me, I would ride. Last time I rode was on vacation. And don't get me wrong, it was an enjoyable ride, but I suffered after I got off. And I thought to myself, I used to love riding. I would ride 6, 8 hours a day when I was a kid. I started off in a hack stable where we would take out trail rides. And on a busy Saturday in the summertime, it was nonstop. You'd be going out all day long. Get off of one pony and jump on another one. And we always rode bareback because it was enough work just getting the customers' horses tacked up. And so for those of us who were leading the trail ride, you just pull off the halter and throw on a bridle and hop on and go. And they were some of the best memories of my childhood. And so if I had a horse at this present time, there's plenty of days that fall when the leaves are changing, or springtime when everything's coming alive. Just beautiful days that, okay, maybe I wouldn't go out and ride for 2 hours. Maybe I wouldn't go for an hour and a half, but I would certainly jump on. And just walking through the woods is a pleasure sometimes. Just seeing nature, being with your horse, that's hard to replace. You know, that's the other thing. When you rent a horse, it's not quite the same as when it's your own, when you have a real bond with that horse. What I'm trying to say is that there's other reasons why we stop doing something that we once really enjoyed. And it's kind of sad because once you stop, you're probably not going to start up again. Now, if you own the horse, there is a chance that on a beautiful day, maybe you feel particularly good that day, you're going to jump on and go for a ride. But a lot of times, you just don't do it. And it's sad to give something up. There's not a lot of things you can do to replace the joy and the pleasure that comes from jumping up on your horse and going in a slow canter through the woods or full speed ahead for a short time. The wind in your face, it's just a very free feeling. So, what I'm saying is that if you're having trouble, if you're reluctant to ride, if you're hesitant to ride, I can help you with that if you want it. When you're doing the cost benefit analysis, and a lot of times that's done on an unconscious level, it's not something that you're going to sit down and make a chart of the pluses and the minuses. But on an unconscious level, we tend to do that. And to leave it on an unconscious level, maybe it's something that you really want to consider. Am I ready to give this up for the rest of my life? And so, again, it's just something for you to consider. And if you do need help, Tom Mulryan, EquestrianHypnoCoach.com.